Building a space where you love to work is fundamental to building a productive and successful work life. Investing in your desk setup obviously will make you more productive. An epic monitor setup gives you more space to do your work, and the right setup also means you look after your body for the hours you spend working from home. But way more importantly than that, building an epic desk setup is a clear message to yourself that you care about building the best work life you can. It says, work is something I care about enough to invest in making it as happy, comfortable, and productive as it can be. And given the majority of office workers now work from home for at least 2 days a week, I think improving your work from home setup is a no-brainer. About 30% of my waking life is spent at my desk at home, so why wouldn't I spend even a month's salary over the course of months and years on making that experience a whole lot better? So in this video, I'm running you through my brand new desk setup, my brand new shrine to productivity and focus. So let's dive in, and as always, links down in the description to everything featured. So first up, we have the Grovemade Solid Walnut Extra Large Desk Shelf with built-in desk tray. This is a huge change for me. I've previously had my dual monitor setup on a mount floating on my desk, and I'm now moving to a setup with one central widescreen monitor and a second side monitor. That meant I thought it was time to move to a desk shelf, and man, this thing is sexy. As will become clear, I've become a huge Grovemade fan over the course of the last 5 years since I started improving my desk setup. This solid walnut desk shelf is beautifully handmade and gives your desk a really premium feel and look, and I do think that makes this well worth the investment. Now, the pricing on these massively varies depending on the size you go for and also the material, so solid walnut with a tray is about £600 in this size, but you can get it for around $250 in a walnut ply without a tray. Alrighty, next up, monitor. This is the LG MyView Smart 34-inch curved monitor. Now, LG are sponsoring this video, but only because after a bunch of research, this was the monitor I found that I really wanted for my new setup. So I reached out to LG and they agreed to sponsor this video. First off, it has a 21:9 aspect ratio, which I think is the perfect balance, giving you an epic single widescreen while also being high enough not to feel like what I'm working on is squashed, which is what I think you get with even wider aspect ratios. I can easily fit 3 windows side by side for maximum single screen productivity. The 34-inch Ultra QHD curved display with built-in HDR technology produces really exceptional screen quality at this price. Colors are vibrant and the image is crisp, improving my productivity in my day-to-day work as a lawyer, but also perfect for more visually demanding tasks like photo editing or reviewing my YouTube videos. The super thin bevel also means that this screen is as space efficient as it can be, and it's very easy to adjust both the tilt and height of the screen. The other standout feature of this LG monitor is that it comes with built-in speakers and WebOS, making your monitor basically double up as a TV with Netflix, Prime Video, YouTube, and a whole bunch of other services like Apple Music and Spotify built in. So between sessions working, you can sit back and chill watching your favorite TV show on an ultra-wide screen. You can also access your PC remotely and use AirPlay 2 or screen share, so Beth and I can scroll through our wedding photos together on an ultra-wide screen, and I have yet another way to watch my own YouTube videos on repeat. So yeah, you can check out the LG MyView Smart 34-inch curved monitor through the link at the top of the description to get this epic bit of kit for yourself. 100% worth the investment in my opinion. Okay, next up, my secondary side monitor is the ASUS ZenScreen MB249C portable monitor. Now, if you watch the budget desk setup video I made for Beth, you may recognize this as the main monitor from that video. To be honest, for most people, the single LG monitor gives more than enough screen space to have that as your solo, ultra-wide central monitor. But for my job as a lawyer, we often need to have 4 or even 5 documents open all at once, so having an extra screen makes sense for me. Alrighty, now the bit of kit that makes everything else work together, my docking station. And after loads of research, I settled on the UGREEN Revodok Max 213 USB-C docking station. So at £240-ish, this is again a fairly expensive bit of kit, but I think it's well worth that price for the exceptional performance, range of ports, and sleek look. At the most basic level, a docking station allows you to connect multiple monitors to the docking station and then have a single cable that runs into your laptop, meaning you can quickly unplug your personal laptop, plug in your work laptop, and get straight to work on multiple screens. Now, I chose the Revodok Max because it has 90-watt charging for your laptop. I wouldn't go for a docking station with less than that in 2025. 2 Thunderbolt ports out of the docking station, plus a display port, meaning you can connect up to 3 monitors, all into the back of the dock as well, keeping my workspace nice and tidy. An Ethernet port, meaning I can Ethernet directly into the dock to make my internet connection even faster and more stable, plus an extra USB-C port in the front. It also has 2 card reader slots and an audio jack port. It's sleek, compact, and I love the fact it has so many ports in the back of it, meaning I can keep all of the wires into it hidden, including the wire into my laptop, which I run down under my desk shelf. And in case you're wondering, I'm plugging into that my ASUS Zenbook laptop. Next up, we have the Grovemade Medium Desk Pad. I like having a desk pad just to create some separation between the different spaces on my desk. It also makes moving a mouse around even smoother. Not necessary, and there are cheaper ones out there than this one. OrbitKey, for example, I included in best budget desk setup. I do think they add some really nice separation between the different areas of your desk. Then next up, we have the Logitech MX Keys S. This is quite simply the best keyboard I've ever owned, and I now own one at home and one permanently at work. I really love it that much. It's super smooth to type on. I love how easy it is to connect my work laptop 1 second, and then at the push of a button, switch straight over to my personal laptop or Mac. If I could pick just one desk setup item, it would probably be the mouse. I'll show you in just a second, but followed by this. Upgrading your keyboard and mouse is truly a complete no-brainer in my opinion. I'm then combining the MX Keys S keyboard with an MX Keys keyboard tray and wrist rest, again from Grovemade. Look, this is a real luxury. I definitely wouldn't prioritize this over the other items in this setup, but this combo does make the experience of typing on the MX Keys S even more comfortable. Plus, it looks damn sexy again. Okay, then on to the Logitech MX Master 3S. Probably the first purchase I would make if I was starting my own desk setup from scratch. This is the best mouse on the market in my opinion. It's extremely comfortable to hold, switches between devices effortlessly, allows scrolling line by line carefully or thousands of lines in seconds. It glides around any surface without a mouse mat. It has just the right number of buttons to allow you to build out all the functionality you want. Seriously, once you've used this, any other mouse will feel like it was built in the dark ages. Okay, now first light in the setup, the BenQ Screenbar Halo. Now, I've been a fan of BenQ Screenbars since they were basically the only brand that made them. Since then, there have been a bunch of challenger brands that have come up with cheaper versions, and I included one in best budget desk setup, but I've now upgraded to the Screenbar Halo, and I do think that sticking with BenQ, if you can afford it, is well worth the premium price. The Screenbar Halo comes with a touch wireless controller that looks and feels really quality. You can adjust warmth and brightness or set it to auto adjust. Plus you can set whether you want the front screen bar, back halo light, or both. I always have it set to both because I really like the glow it gives on the wall behind my monitor, plus the lighting of my desk. Alongside the BenQ Screenbar Halo, I then have the Logitech C922 Pro webcam. I've had this for a couple of years, it's lasted really well, I think the quality is great. I got it for around £66 on offer. Now, either you may, in your setup, have your laptop or Mac open. Even if you do, I think the webcams on laptops are generally pretty rubbish, so I think it's still worth investing in an external one. And this bad boy can stream in 1080p, which for morning Teams meetings is plenty. Okay, next up we have the eero Pro 6 Wi-Fi system. Now, I bought the 2-pack of this when Beth and I moved to our new flat as our Wi-Fi was struggling to reach upstairs and the connection was generally pretty poor. I only got the eero Pro rather than the standard version as it was on offer for the same price as the standard eero 6. For our flat, we probably would have been fine with the standard eero setup, and from the reviews I saw, I don't think there's a huge difference in performance between the two. But overall, I've been really happy with eero, really easy to set up, and I think both the Pro 6 and probably the standard 6 work really smoothly and reliably. Plus, I now have a wired Ethernet connection from our second eero 6 Pro that's on my desk into the back of my docking station, giving me an even more stable internet connection when I'm working from home. So, it's simple. No desk setup is complete without a little greenery, in my opinion, and I have this Peace Lily which I bought from Patch, which is a website in the UK. I really love Peace Lilies. They're generally relatively easy to maintain. Next up we have the Nomad base one. Now this is actually an old version. I don't think Nomad make this anymore. Having a wireless charging station on your desk is a good move, but I really don't like the stands where your phone kind of faces up towards you, because I think that means that you get way more distracted by notifications. I personally like having a lie flat model so that if notifications do come through, you can ignore them at least a little bit more. Also handy for being able to wirelessly charge your AirPods while you're at your desk. Next up we have the Echo Dot. As you'll know if you've watched my other videos, I've gone with Alexa for my smart home setup. Overall, I think Amazon devices are unbelievably good value for money. I love that they integrate with basically any smart home product, and they also integrate seamlessly with the Amazon ecosystem. We now have an Echo device in each room to control the lights and play music. I'm going to turn on the Govee Glide Hexa light panels that I already have installed on my wall. Now these are, again, kind of an expensive luxury, but they do look pretty cool, and I have them particularly because they look really good in the background of my videos. Okay, now onto one of the oldest items in my desk setup, the Bose QuietComfort noise cancelling headphones. Now I've had these for about 10 years. I've replaced the ear pads several times. I absolutely love them. They're comfortable, extremely effective at cancelling background noise, and the sound quality is awesome. So when I'm doing really focused work, I put these on and can generally focus for at least an hour. I then couple these with the Grovemade headphone stand, a really lovely present I got a few years ago. It looks great, it's really sleek, it ties in with the rest of my walnut setup, and it just kind of makes having your headphones on your desk look really cool, and ergonomically it's very easy to then grab your headphones. And the perfect desk setup isn't obviously complete without a backpack to then transport all of your essential tech between your home office and work. And the Menos Backpack, created by me and Beth, made from 15 recycled plastic bottles, looks stunningly minimalist, perfect for the student or commuter, and doesn't break the bank at £69 with free UK and EU delivery. It has a laptop sleeve, notepad pouch, pockets, water bottle holder, plus, unlike top loaders, it opens 180 degrees so you can easily pack your weekend essentials or reach something in the bottom of your bag. Plus, viewers of this channel get an exclusive 10% discount, and there's a link down in the description to get that. Alrighty, now on to an Ikea desk lamp. It gives a warm glow when I'm burning the midnight oil, and I plug this into a smart plug. This one is from Tapo, which I found to be the most reliable brand of smart plugs to make this lamp part of my smart home setup. Alrighty, next we have the Remarkable 2. This I got maybe a year or two ago. It's a great bit of kit to reduce use of physical notebooks. Feels very much like paper when you write on it. Obviously keeps all of your notes in one place nice and organized. It's really lightweight, looks great, and is a pleasure to use even if it is a little expensive. And while I do often use my Remarkable, I do still use physical pen and paper sometimes. So next up we have the Hoverpen 3 Future Edition. This is just pretty cool. It's a magnetic pen that kind of floats in the air and spins around. Look, it's absolutely not an essential in my desk setup, but it is pretty cool. It's a very cool present, I think, and again just ties together the cool, sleek aesthetic that I'm going for. And I then use this to write in my Filofax. I'm still pretty old school. I've had this again for about 10 years, and I use it to plan out everything I want to do each and every day. I do combine this with digital tools like Trello, but when it comes to figuring out exactly what I want to do when during a day, I use my Filofax. Last few items now. So this Spiky massage ball I've had again for a few years. I keep it under my desk at all times and use it to just roll my feet on. I think it's pretty good for maintaining focus and also just feels pretty nice. An easy and very cheap win in your desk setup. Then there are a few other bits and bobs I add, for example this pen pot from Grovemade full of four-way biros, various different coloured biros and pencils. I've got pens, a highlighter and a calculator in the desk tray. And of course, last but not least, the Boulies Master Series office chair. No desk setup is complete without a comfortable and ergonomic office chair, and I think for the price, this is actually pretty reasonable. This chair is one of the most comfortable I've had, feels pretty premium in quality, and again, when you think about your health and particularly the health of your back, investing in a good office chair is essential. So yeah, I think this is well worth the investment. So yeah, that is it. That is my brand new desk setup. I've been using it for the last couple of weeks now when I'm making this video, and I've got to say, it is absolutely epic. It is the best desk setup I've ever had by far. I absolutely love it. And at the start of this video, investing in your workspace is a huge mindset shift towards seeing work as something you want to make as productive, comfortable, and successful as it can be. So yeah, please do let me know what you thought of this video down in the comments. As always, links down in the description to all of the products featured, and I look forward to speaking again very, very soon.